Okay, I think, there we go.
That seems to be working. All right.
We're live at Dreamforce at the Mark Keynote on Monday. It is, I don't know, what's it, before 3, right?
It's 1:39.
1:39 for a 3 p.m. keynote. We are insane. And I'm here with
Ben Balapiu.
You may recognize this voice as the person who does Last Time on the WizardCast and the continuation. For those who do not recognize it, can you actually give them a sample?
Last time on the WizardCast.
And, of course, as you know, that is a very important plot line because it covers up everything that happened in the previous WizardCast episodes. You may be asking the question, where's Mark? Why isn't Brian talking with Mark? Ben, can you answer that question?
I don't think anybody could actually ever answer the question, where's Mark, or identify what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, we're staring at Mark. Mark knows he's got a seat right here and that we're supposed to be recording a podcast. But for whatever reason, Mark isn't actually coming to record the podcast.
That's all.
Do you have any thoughts?
I think it's a matter of priorities, really. If this were something that he really felt there was value in, I think he'd be here.
I happen to agree with that. What do you think, Dale? You work with Mark. Do you think this is just not a priority for him?
He says a lot of things at work about how much lower he's prioritizing this. He actually delegated the task to me of telling you this is like a -2 priority to him. So I really do hate being the bearer of bad news, but you know, he delegated it to me. He's my boss, so I kind of have to honor that. So if you want a new co-host, I mean, I'll audition.
Yeah, so you hear it now. Mark, after a short sabbatical and then me going through all those guest hosts, has decided to leave after one episode.
Wait, what?
He's here!
No!
Dude,
don't play dumb. You told me that's what you wanted to do. Like, you scheduled like a 2-hour meeting at the office, and we're like, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to totally rip Brian's heart out, but you're going to have me do it. You delegated every single task to me. There's even a Quip doc.
I see how it is, Mark. I can see how it is. The fact you didn't even collaborate on the Quip doc with me, it really hurts me to the core, Mark.
To be fair, we only have 5 Quip licenses. So, yeah.
That's fair. So, we are here.
Are you going to believe everything that the media tells you?
Considering
this is fake news. Sad.
Just because I have a journalism degree I'm obviously not using doesn't mean I'm fake news.
No, you're part of the mainstream media, and you're clearly out to get me.
Okay.
You're clearly out to destroy everything I'm trying to accomplish.
So you're
un-American.
Here at the Dreamforce
No,
keynote.
I'm American. I'm just not American.
And despite the fact that I keep getting interrupted by people who are talking about tangential things, you know, I don't know if you can see this. Actually, you can't see this because this is an audio format. But in the center stage, we have 4 mascots. We have the original Sassy. We have Einstein. Cody the Bear, who I say kind of looks like he's in an inflatable balloon.
I think he's going into anaphylactic shock is what I think is going on.
Someone get him some epinephrine.
I have an EpiPen. I just got to go run a mile to get it because it's in my hotel room.
I have 2 EpiPens in my bag right now. I mean, it's a big bear, so I think we may each have to have...
Well, go save him.
But Ben, your bag's like, 3 feet away? That's a really long way to go. I think we just let this play out and let nature do its thing.
Yes. And then, of course, we have Astro, who I can't help but think that kind of reminds me of Mario Brothers when he's in the...
of course, the Tanuki suit.
The Tanuki suit.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. But it's pretty cool. There's gigantic... I don't know, what size screen do you think this is? 150-inch?
Try times 10.
Times 10. There's a gigantic screen that's about the size of my living room wall. And they have announcements going up. They're putting tweets up there from the community.
Than your living room wall.
I have a 16-foot by a long wall.
Yeah, I think that's bigger.
You think that's longer than 16 feet?
It's 30 feet long. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So about the size of Jaws.
Yes. A
right?
white shark from the 70s.
We are going to need a bigger keynote.
The 70s, that's important. 70s, that's important to call out.
Everything was bigger in the 70s.
Yes.
I've been told that.
Yes.
And we're lucky. We got in as a reserved seating, so we're surrounded by MVPs. We're surrounded by other folks and press. And right now I have a camera staying right at me, probably because I'm wearing my wonderful wizard hat that has been adorned with the lightning bolt.
You have a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
It looks like a nose.
I did not see that.
Yeah, if you go to the second floor of Moscone, they have a whole lightning launch
People
pad.
are going to be listening to this way too late now. They're not going to...
I'm going to post this tonight. What are you talking about?
Okay. Oh, we can get a hold of that video copy, though, because you're up on the board right now.
Wait,
no, I'm not up on the board right now. And I didn't have my camera out for proof. So here's the thing, okay? If you go to the second floor of Moscone, there's the Lightning launch pad, and they have their actual user interface designers there taking your feedback about what you like and don't like about Lightning and putting it up on a big post
Did I say that?
drywall.
Sorry.
Yeah. So this year, things might sound a little bit different because I actually brought 2 microphones.
Yes, much easier this year.
Which means we can do crazy things like have random people like Dale Ziegler and Ben Bollypugh come here and take over one of the microphones while we do some silly bit.
Right. Or Samantha Safin, otherwise known as Samantha Satan.
So if I had a nickel for every time I heard that.
Yeah.
You know, that's actually captured in the podcast episode.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just had to make sure you knew that your embarrassment was live for everybody to see. So we are here, of course, at Dreamforce. We're waiting for the keynote to begin. Who else do we have that we could speak to?
Yeah. So Mark, I'm sure we've had a couple sessions already. What's your favorite thing so far that you've seen at Dreamforce?
I've only seen keynotes so far.
Oh, okay. Which keynotes have you gone to?
The ISV keynote and the SI partner keynote.
Well, I staff the Ask the Expert booth at the Admin Meadow over in Moscone West.
Sure.
And that was a great thing. If you got questions or you're curious, you should go over there. And they have wonderful people staffing like me to answer your questions. And it doesn't matter how stupid you think the question is, we're stupid enough to answer it.
Exactly. I mean, you could ask something about what is 4 times jelly. And you'll try to answer
my
it.
eyes! My eyes have been
it's
blinded
so bright.
by the sparkle.
Blinded by the light.
This is Steve Mollis.
Here's my aura.
Your aura?
My aura.
It sounds like you're talking about a Harry Potter character.
A-U-R-R-A. Ain't that the way everybody says it?
Yes. It is now.
So, Steve, can you tell us what you're wearing? Or, I'm sorry, is it who you're wearing?
Who are you wearing, Steve?
So,
Eat the mic.
So today I'm modeling something from the Chris Duarte Fall Collection, also known as the amazing Steve Moe Technicolor Dreamcoat.
And there will be pictures.
There will be
There's
pictures.
already pictures, but search for Steve Moe on Twitter. You'll see him in all his blinding glory.
Look at the green sequins, the multicolors thing, and it has Steve Moe on the backside and brilliant rainbow.
Totally brilliant.
Do you guys want me to do a little runway?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
A little Zoolander blue steel.
Oh.
I can only turn left.
Do it to the camera. Do it to
Do it for the camera. Yeah, this is an audio format.
And Steve's walking down. He's looking
look
very
at that.
dashing.
Look at that poise.
Oh.
Yeah, he turned right into Beth there. Or that's
that was terrible. That was terrible. I am appalled and scared. That's actually pretty cool. I could have
Children,
pulled that
avert
off.
your gaze.
Yes. Yeah, we were losing our G-rated.
We should not post that video on the internet in
We
order
will
to
anyways.
protect children. But yeah, we will.
Yeah. Okay. So where else should we go? Where should we go? What should we talk about? All right. So Tuesday, tomorrow. Hopefully you're listening to this Tuesday morning because you have nothing else to do at Dreamforce. Tuesday's going to be packed full. You're going to definitely want to make sure you hit the gala. There's plenty of other parties if you can't do it.
Right.
And you know what's on Wednesday, Mark? Admin Keynote.
The admin keynote.
Yes.
That's absolutely right.
You're going to have to come to the admin keynote if you're here.
You have to. It's required.
It's amazing. I heard there's
You'll
a
be arrested.
rumor that there's a certain community band that's going to be doing something.
It's not a rumor. It's actually officially announced.
Oh. Well, I heard an officially announced rumor that some sort of community band was going to be doing something. Can you talk about that?
And that would be this little-known band. They haven't gotten a lot of traction yet. Let's see. All right, fine. I can't come up with an actual witticism there, so it's Apex and the Limits.
Yes, and for those of you who don't know Apex and the Limits, it is a community band made up of community members singing parody songs about Salesforce.
That aren't actually funny, but they are identifiable.
Yes. So what's your favorite Apex and the Limits song, Mark?
I would be biased if you. No, I guess people do that. People ask artists what their favorite song is.
Please share.
All right. Favorite Apex and the Limits song. Honestly, this is going to sound really conceited, but I think it's the Build Flow one.
You know, actually, that's my favorite too.
Yeah.
That is my favorite.
I mean, it's about flow.
Yes.
But I also sing the lead on it.
And Ben Bollypew and I, we're external objects, so we come honorary to these live events. Honorary. Yeah. I don't know how to stop spelling it either. And for Ben, what's your favorite Apex and the Limit song?
Oh, I love Solo Admin. I mean, I gotta love Solo Admin.
You know, I know the guy that plays the piano, and I think he does a great job to that.
I think he's really attractive, to be honest with you. And the way that he can play the piano and the harmonica at the same time.
I mean, he doesn't really shave all that often, and he always wears this funky hat that it's probably from his grandfather or something.
Right. Well, the hat is not actually his grandfather's. That one he wore out when he was like 16. But his grandfather is the reason he wears these hats, still to this day, yes.
Okay. You heard it first, the secrets of Ben Bollypew, external object of Apex and the Limits.
That completely fair.
So since it's your favorite song, how about you give us a little riff?
There's no way. Did I not tell you that last night I tried to keep up with the drummer of Apex and the Limits, Peter Chalmers, and like 300 of his closest New Zealander and Australian friends? It turns out that even though I am from Wisconsin, I was no match for that crowd.
I also have to say I'm really ashamed that you didn't reach out to me like I asked you to tell me whether or not it was lit enough for me to show up.
Did you say lit enough?
Yes.
I don't even know
because
what
I
the
was
word lit
worried
means.
that it was going to be too dark. Oh. Hi, Cheryl.
Oh.
Hi. I love your podcast.
And what I absolutely love is that Cheryl's waving in an audio format.
It's like waving at Stevie Wonder.
So, Cheryl, tell all the listeners who you are.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Feldman. I'm a user group leader from New York City, Salesforce MVP, and all-around fan of the WizardCast podcast. And I listen to it pretty much religiously on my commute home in New York City, and I love it. And I always laugh so hard because it makes me laugh, and it makes me feel so happy. And I'm like, I love both of you, and it makes me just so happy to listen to it.
I'm a little verklempt.
I don't know what to say, Cheryl. That makes the second person has come up to me and told me about liking the WizardCast here, which means we're up to 4 listeners.
Yay!
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
You're the second person at Dreamforce to tell me you listen to the WizardCast, which means we're up to 4 listeners.
I think you have a lot more than that.
Well, that's because my mother doesn't know how podcast works and constantly re-downloads the file.
I think there's a lot of people that listen to you. So I know when we talked about your podcast, we talked about an episode at one of the user groups in New York. I think this was in the beginning of the year, and I forget which topic it was, and everybody freaked out, and everybody was talking, and they were all talking about getting both of you to the New York City user group.
I would do that.
Yeah, I do that, yeah.
Formal invite to get both of you to do a live podcast from New York City.
From New York City!
And teach everybody about Flow.
It's Saturday. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's the wrong one. Yeah.
Well, if it's Salesforce Saturday, it might be Saturday night.
Hey, there we go. We could do that. Yeah. Let's see. Well, thank you very much, Cheryl. We greatly appreciate it.
And if you want a face to go with that voice you just heard, go log into Salesforce.
Oh, yeah. You just see them.
She'll be right there.
Cheryl's everywhere.
Yeah.
Cher's becoming the face of Salesforce.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, no, totally. She's shaking her head no, but it's awesome.
All right.
I'm just some random person.
So, Dreamforce is here. This is first of hopefully a few podcasts that we're going to do.
Right.
We're not going to edit these.
these. It's probably not going to even have our intro or anything like that. So it's, you know, the quality, I would say,
rough cut.
It's going to be rough.
Rough cut.
It's going to be rough. However, I hope you find this useful. I hope you find this entertaining. And at some point, Mark and I will find some other time to do something and do kind of like a Dreamforce catch-up of some of the awesome things we see.
Yeah.
And if I was gutsy, I would have this going during the keynote so we could kind of like do an announcer style, you know, like a baseball game thing.
Yeah, like wrestling?
Yes.
On the announcer table?
And Mark Gross, wait.
No, no. If we're going to do it,
Yes.
because it's us, it would have to be the Spanish announcers table.
Yes, but my Spanish is not that strong.
¿Qué hora es? ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Mark Benioff. Hi.
Mark Benioff from the library?
Look, it's been a long time since I've taken any Spanish.
I don't know. I kind of like this idea, being able to go something along the lines of, and in this corner, Wayne undetermined, because that would be really rude and unqualified to do on this podcast, and we would get in trouble. Mark Benioff, and on the other corner, Parker Harris, and they're going to be doing some sort of announcement that we don't know because, we don't know yet.
No. You got to give nicknames. You can't just have their names.
Well, Parker Harris is Lightning Man.
Parker the Thunder Harris.
Well, he's Lightning Man, so it would have to be Parker and Lightning Man Harris.
Lightning doesn't sound. It doesn't roll off the tongue.
So then, what's Mark's nickname?
Mark's nickname. What would
let's crowdsource
What
this.
would Mark's wrestling nickname be? Like his wrestling pseudonym.
WWF.
For whatever reason,
Brian, come on.
For whatever reason, I just landed on Mark the Bear Benioff.
Mark the Bear.
Mark the Bear.
Mark the Bear Benioff. That works.
That kind of works. What do you think, Ben?
Mark El Chupacabra Benioff.
Oh, so he's in your mind, Mark Benioff is a luchador.
Yeah. Right. You know, this might be our new segment of,
Incidentally, I do have a set of role-playing rules for wrestling, for like a wrestling federation. I did actually kickstart that.
Okay, that's scary. I want to ask this question to other people. Okay. I have a very important question to ask you guys, and I'm going to. All right, if Dreamforce was a WWE event, what would Mark's Benioff's nickname be? Samantha?
Oh, that's
Mark the blank Benioff. What's the fill in the blank?
Mark the Crusher Benioff.
That works.
I feel like that's fair.
Okay.
What Beth?
Right,
Beth. We got Beth.
Mark the Marketer Benioff. Come on, what does the man do other than marketer? Yeah,
I don't see
marketer.
Vince McMahon signing off on that.
Jeremiah, you got one?
No.
Dale.
Mark,
Your career depends on this.
you already got fired from the podcast, so you have no decision making here.
All right, dead air is bad for a podcast. Dale, let's go. Yeah, I see someone right here. Do you think we should ask the question over here?
We should have asked Cheryl.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve. Get Steve.
Get Steve. We'll go over to Steve.
Steve.
And we're walking over to Steve because audio dead air is bad on our audio format. So we have an important question to ask. If Dreamforce was a WWE event, what would Mark Benioff's wrestler nickname be?
It's a tough one.
Mark the blank Benioff.
Am I on the clock? That's a tough one. Mark Bazooka Benioff.
Ooh,
Bazooka Benioff. Okay.
I like that.
I don't think the bazooka would have passed through security, but good to know. Natalie, what would Mark's wrestling nickname be? Mark the blank Benioff.
Oh, I'm terrible at this. I don't know. You're putting me on the spot. What are some other ones you've gotten?
I would have to re-listen to the audio to remember.
Mark the Bear, Mark the Crusher.
No kidding, because
Yeah.
I honestly thought the bear.
All right.
Hey,
So
that's
we have two
That's
votes.
2 for the Bear.
Total 20 points. All right. We're gonna let's mosey this way.
Safin.
Safin again? We
Safin.
already asked Safin.
No, we didn't ask her that, did we?
Yeah, we did, but we didn't ask Denise. Denise, okay. If Dreamforce was a WWE event, what would Mark Benioff's wrestler name? So Mark the blank Benioff.
Mark the Storm Wrangler.
Storm Wrangler. I like that.
That's
Costume ideas, right?
That's-
So lightning, like remember back in the day when they did the lightning bolt, but something like, weather-related clouds, lightning.
that's very Tolkien-esque. I like it.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
We got to get Andy.
Yeah. So
Andy,
come here. If Dreamforce was a WWE event, what would Mark Benioff's wrestler name? So Mark the blank Benioff. What would it be?
Mark the blank Benioff. That's a tough question.
I'd have to say, let's see. I know. I want to say Mark the Destroyer, but that's not right, right?
I think that's acceptable.
All right, Mark the Destroyer. There you go.
The Destroyer?
Of on-premise software.
There you go, of on-premise software.
What?
Of on-premise software.
The Destroyer of on-premise software.
Yeah, that works. And that was Andy Betcher. Let's see.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't assign names to these.
I know.
Oh,
Well,
look at
we've
Zulo.
done most.
He's a
All right,
marketer.
Chris
He will
Zulo,
know.
you're in marketing. You might know this. If Dreamforce was a WWE event, what would Mark Benioff's wrestler name be? In the form of Mark the blank Benioff.
The Mark the. The Big Show, I think.
The Big Show Benioff.
It's
Only
the
the
Big
most
Show.
serious questions on the WizardCast. I'm going to butcher your last name. So I'm going to say Sharif. I'm not going to try the last name. Well, what's your answer, Sharif?
I'm like Prince. It's just Sharif. There's no last. So Mark the Cumulus.
The Cumulus?
As in the cloud?
As in the cloud.
Oh, I see. I
Nice,
see. Very
nice.
good. I like it. All right. So we're getting close here to 20
Oh, we probably
minutes.
can't ask Erica Cool.
Well, the worst.
I don't know
case-
if we should.
Worst is she could basically say no. She can't tell us. You know. I mean, that's the worst case. But well, thank you. I'm sorry. Can you say that so it's on the audio record?
I said I want to know who you guys are because you're amazing.
See, there's proof, Mom. There's proof. Somebody likes us.
I hope you finally are proud of me, Dad. What's your name?
I'm Tiffany.
Hi, Tiffany.
I'm on the community team.
Oh, hi. We can ask her.
We could. You don't have to answer.
Yes. So people who work for Salesforce are allowed to pass out because we understand. We like to ask weird questions. All right. So Dreamforce, if it was a WWE event, okay. So what would Mark Benioff's wrestler name? So Mark the blank Benioff.
This is something that I feel like you need to think about a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, but it's funnier if we ask people without giving them any preparation time.
Mark the Dream Smasher. No, that sounds bad.
Sounds like he's smashing
Not
dreams.
an easy thing, is it?
No, come back to me.
Okay.
All right, we'll come back
We'll
to
come back.
Tiffany. What's your last name?
Oda.
Oda. Thank you, Tiffany.
All right. Nice to meet
All
you.
right. So we're gonna try here to ask the queen of everything. Okay, Erica Cool. Oh, Erica Cool, the leader and wonderful person that you are. We're doing a WizardCast episode,
right?
And we have a very important question. It's absolutely serious.
Usually your questions are very mean.
Also, absolutely optional. You don't have to answer.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Optional.
If Dreamforce was a WWE event, what would Mark Benioff's wrestler nickname be? So Mark the blank Benioff. What do you think it would be?
The blank Benioff. Mark. Oh, God. I have a lot of words that are coming that I'm not really able to say. Those are the first words. I would say,
You don't have to
too
answer.
much pressure. I do want to answer, though. I want to think. I would say, well, I mean, I'm going to make a cheesy one because I would say Mark the Man because.
Ah, there you go. No, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, because
Mark the Man.
Mark the Man, because he actually is our man.
Yeah.
And he has believed in all of us for a long, long time, and so I would say that.
And see, isn't that a nice way to go from, oh, I can't say these words, to, hey, this is great, and that's why she's amazing.
That's why you clip out all the other stuff, and then you just put in the good stuff.
I may not have any edit time, sorry. We'll see. I'll do my... You know what would be hilarious?
What?
If we could ask that question to Parker Harris. I saw him come through. I have no idea where he is. And
I've already named him.
Yeah.
But I guess he can come up with his own.
Well, what do you think Mark named him? You got a guess?
So it's Parker the what?
Yeah. Well, she's not going to... It's a wild guess. It could be anything.
I know, but this is...
Something lightning-ish?
Yeah, along those lines.
Like Bolt?
Oh.
Parker Bolt?
Parker Bolt. I like Parker Bolt anyway, but no.
Parker Flash?
Parker Flash.
Is it lightning related?
Parker,
Is it lightning?
It was What happens after lightning?
Oh, thunder.
The thunder.
Oh, you know, I was going to actually say
Parker
that.
the Thunder Harris.
Yeah. Because for me, I like that simply because Parker Harris seems to be interconnected to everything.
It's true. It's the ripple effect. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So what comes after the mark? Mark's the lightning. Parker's the thunder that
The
comes
thunder.
after.
Yes.
A couple seconds later, the bolt.
Sturm und Drang.
Okay. Let's see who else can we torture with our stupid questions? I know.
Pat. We haven't asked Pat.
Mary Scott.
Oh, let's get Mary Scott.
I think Mary looks like she's on a
Justice.
mission. Yeah, she looks like she's on a mission. Yeah. I'm one of those. I don't mind asking stupid questions as long as I'm not being an annoyance to people.
It's a very relative comment.
All right, we'll ask Patrick. Patrick
and James.
Patrick and James. All right. Yeah. If Dreamforce was a WWE event, what would Mark Benioff's wrestler nickname be? So Mark the blank Benioff.
You got to be part of this.
I think it's going to be Mark the Thunder Benioff.
Oh, that's interesting because that's the nickname Mark chose for Parker Harris.
For Parker Harris. Okay, so it would be... Man, I don't know. I would say...
yeah.
I would say Mark Server Stomper or something
Server
like
Stomper.
Server Stomper. Yeah. Maybe something.
Okay, James, what about you? What would Mark's nickname be if he was a wrestler at WWE?
Quite simply just the Hoff.
What?
The Hoff.
The Hoff?
The Hoff.
Mark the Hoff Benioff.
Yes.
That kind of works.
That's kind of meta Hoff.
Dr. Cloud. That's heel territory right there.
Yeah.
Well, you got to be heel, and then the crowd turns to love you. And then when you go good, then you get a lot more pop.
And we'll have him crack a couple
Yeah.
of beer cans over his head.
Yeah, I think he starts out heel, Dr. Cloud, and then he transitions. There's like some kind of a run-in. He gets into a feud, and then
Perfects
he
the eyebrow.
Perfects the eyebrow, and then he becomes this beloved kind of tweener. Not really a good guy, not really a bad guy, because those are the best ones.
All right, that I love that
Thank
answer.
you, sir.
Okay. We don't want to take too much more time here.
Oh, she's on the phone.
Yeah.
Mary's on the phone.
And I think someone's sitting in your seat. You didn't put your stuff down, Mark.
Ah.
You didn't put your stuff down, Mark. You forgot to put your stuff down.
Oh, no. Well, he's sitting there now.
Yeah, we're not going to keep...
No, he's fine.
All right. So Mark's got to find new seats. So
I
we're
have
going
to find
go
a place to sit now.
Yeah, we're going to sign this off. So
All right.
WizardCast was produced by Brian Kwong, Mark Ross, and all that other crap I don't remember it off
By
the top
Brian
of my
Kwong
head.
and Mark Ross.
Yeah, just add those names.
And the intern was Ben Ballpue for being our cameraman.
Yes. Thank you, Ben, for taking all those pictures and the video.
Yeah, you bet. There's no blood on my left arm, but we're good. We're good.
Thanks for listening.